Hello and welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 8 Division 1 Round 2 here at the San Marino Grand Prix Mazzano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli.
The qualifying session is about to begin. The riders are getting ready and we will soon see them take to the track and do battle.
So it's clear weather and yeah, there are 8 or 9 riders with us. Howling isn't here, we don't know where he is, but we hope he can turn up in time. He's got 15 minutes as the session is trying to get underway. It's taken its long time as he was actually dead leaving the party, the session. Okay. So for that, right. So all I know is from the first round it was Platt in first, so somebody I'm pretty sure everyone was shocked about that. He had Nelson in second and Finley was in third, so Ducati GP22 1, 2 and 3. So the Ducati's looking very strong at the moment. Is Platt going to be the first one to set a lap, or is it going to be Nelson? On Mazzano, it's very historic in VollGazz. It's seen many incidents here. It's had one of the best races here, especially season 1, where the lead changed 3 times on the last lap, with every single rider crashing to make that possible. You've got season 3, where Ras Al Ghul did the greatest overtake attempt ever seen on Nelson and it took him out. You've also got Finley in Division 2, and he won in season 5. And I can't exactly remember what happened in the race preceding that. But yeah, and we've just had another chaotic race in Division 2 earlier today, so hopefully this one can bring some action, especially with this on this game. Oh, fab, this gone, so we'll have to restart the session when qualifying ends. But yeah, on this game, Mazzano is pretty much a death trap, especially in this sector here. Yeah, I just have no idea what can happen. You touch a curb wrong, you're down. You touch a white line, you're down. It's, you don't even have to make much of an error and you'll go down. So you have to make sure you respect the track, otherwise you will end up eating tarmac. Nelson starts the opening lap of the session into turn 1. From wobbling just a tiny bit, running a bit wide. As we now change direction to turn 3, a little bit of a wheelie, and mid change direction. And now into turn 4, another wheelie. Oh! And that is the lap gone. So now it'll be up to Platt to finish the lap off, and I'm pretty sure with his talent he'll be able to. I'm trying to remember the lap times, maybe a 1:20, I'm thinking 28, 27. I'm trying to remember I can't remember what lap times he did in the Rising Stars. Here we go, now change direction for turns 9 and 10. Hard on the brakes. Down the straight. Into Cavone. He missed the apex a tiny bit, but he's nailed the exit, so that's probably the safest way to do it on an opening lap to get the banker in. As we've had Jack crash as well. Hard on the brakes now into the Caro hairpin. Through Mazzano 1, ooh, on the curve, and now into Mazzano 2, and this should be pole position. A 27.5. Yeah, that's basically pole position. So we got Sai. I can't remember if he's crashed already this session, but you can pretty much put your house on as a bet that Saya will crash during the race, especially in this round. Oh, Finley going up the inside. Oh, that's a bit of like a Josh Brooks, Christian Didden moment from Snett in a cup last year. Unfortunate moment there for Finley trying to pass Saya up the inside at the final corner. Last corner, not the greatest of places to try and overtake. I don't think he even really attempted to, it just naturally happened. Right, change direction for Nelson. Hard on the brakes into turn 10. That was his first lap, not very good because he crashed, as we saw. And look at the bike wheeling, just so all the 300 odd horsepower, just causing the front wheel to lift despite having the aerodynamic fairings on the side of the bike. And the front protesting as well. Into the another wheelie. Yep, this definitely seems to be a problem. And now through the penultimate corner. And now the last corner. Up to the line, this might go be second place. No, it's wow. Big difference. Oh, Julito over the curb. Wow, that is a big high side. And his rider has definitely broke some bones for sure, got a concussion. And oh, Finley's gone down. Oh, side's gone down as well. What manner of fingers just happened in the space of 5 seconds? And Touch goes to the box. So Touch, the sole RNF Yamaha for today. Josh has vanished into thin air, it seems like. He's won Division 2 and he's just like, nah, you know, I don't need to ride ever again. VTR still repping the Johan Zarco 2020 helmet. Running Red Bull sponsored helmet for a Monster sponsored team. But through Cavone, this isn't a personal best at the moment. And it's definitely going to be a personal best now. So Lito coming out the box. Supply getting ready for his second lap of the session. Taking a very wide line to start the lap off. Get the most speed onto the line into turn 1. So he runs the high corner speed and then has to take the second part a bit slower. This whole section goes a bit slower because he's done that, but if you can make the sacrifice correct, it gains you time. We're a bit lucky they ran the curb and the bike is held together. Now into turn 6, it's not a personal best sector 1. I imagine he's only like at least a 10th off at worst. Into turn 8 of Corinteo, I believe this is called. And then I believe the next one is called Tremonto. So far this is not an improvement. Down the straight now, here we go to Cavone. I think that was a lot better than he did the previous time. Oh, he was a bit wide there, quite a bit of understeer. Change the direction. And now into the final corner. No, he's boxing. So now we have Julito on board the RSGP Aprilia, running what looks to be a Venom helmet. And ooh, Julito's taking liberties on the curves during the sector. If he can just round the lap off, this will be second place, I'm sure of it. Even if he did make quite a big mistake in turn 8. Here we go up to the line. And here's second place. So now on an improved lap for the Mooney VR46 team. He's run over the grass there. That's not going to help him, and he's down. When will Sire stop crashing? It's really frustrating actually, because he does have the pace to fight for podiums, and on occasion last season he had potential to win, but unfortunately every time that happened he shot off the road just as Platt has done and Sire has been black flagged. So I'll have to remember what it's 2.1, so that's a 29.7 I think he did. So I'll just have to remember that for when I have to reorder the grid. Here comes Nelson up to the line. Can he jump onto the front row? No, he's only improved by 0.3 of a second. Finley yet to pull a lap in. And now into the car hairpin. The front wheel did a bit of a wheelie there. And Finley boxes, surprisingly. I know he's touched shoes round wide and his eyes gone down. God, thought he was going to crash again then. Where's VTR? He's on an outlap. Platt and Nelson, they're not on improving laps so far. So I'll just check the chat. Well, not a lot is going on right now. And oh, Platt only just about making it into the pit lane there. Vito getting the lap set up. Nelson crosses the line to not improve. Is Jack on a lap? No, he's not. He's just come out the pits. Touch has come out the pits. But, oh, Halito's down, and that's caused Finley to take some avoiding action. Here comes VTR to start his next lap. This will be his penultimate lap of the session. Hold on the brakes into turn one. Hold on the brakes into turn four. Wheels in line, a little bit sideways, but wheels in line nonetheless. Yes, it's an improvement. So the current sole Suzuki rider looking to try and maintain his spot on the front row. Nelson's improving. Can he steal the final spot on the front row? There's a lot of people having wheelie problems I'm noticing, so maybe their bikes are too short, or just the fact that you're always in such low gears around here, and it's so fast it's just causing the bike to wheelie a lot. Nelson unable to get onto the front row, and that might be his chance gone, depending on how much fuel and how much tyre he's got left. Here comes VTR into the final corner. Hold on the gas. He comes across the line, and he just misses out on second place. And now we have Halito. He's got a red sector 1. We've got Touch, who is on a personal best second sector because he's yet to set a lap time. Down the straight he goes. That Yamaha isn't the fastest thing in a straight line, but he's going to have to make use of all its turning abilities, especially into this section. He's just not looking very committed. I can tell he's been a bit reserved, making sure he just rounds off this lap. I'm pretty sure Finley's going to be in the same boat as well. Through the final corner for touch. Finley's gone down, and that means he will start this race in last place. Lito's lost time in the final sector. Where's he going to end up? Probably in second. He does improve by a tenth of a second, but that is it. So Platt should have pole position. Finley's just trying to get, there we go, it's like his goes laughing validated. So here comes Platt through turn 13 and now to 14. Is it an improved final sector? It is. Third sector, sorry. Can he improve any more? Depends on this last sector. Into the final corner. Hard on the gas. Oh, he did run over the green there. But it is a 27.4 nonetheless. So the final person to set a lap time will be Touch. And now look at that, he's way more committed than last time. Look at that, you can just tell the difference in commitment now. This is surely going to be an improved sector. No, it's not. Whoa, hit the curb, and that's all it takes.
That's the end of the
So there's your grid. It is Platt on pole position ahead of Julito, VTR, Nelson, Jack. Then it'll be Sire, then Touch, then Finley. Right, that is it, I believe. Just make sure nothing is wrong. Oh, Fadley's made it. Unfortunately, Howling isn't going to make it, I don't think. He's stuck in traffic due to work. Right, let's go.
morning and welcome to the Misano Grand Prix. We're live from the Romagna Riviera cradle.
So we now wait for everyone to ready up, put the setups in and the tyres. Just waiting on Julito. Right, there we go. Can Platt convert? Another victory. Lights are on. And we are off. And it's going to be Julito who gets the jump into turn 1, holding the brakes for all of them. And it's Julito takes it. Oh, VTR's gone down. Oh, Sayed has caused an. Oh, he's bumped off somebody. I don't know who that was, but he's bumped off somebody. I think it was Jack Berman. Jack's been sent all the way off into the run escape road, or into gravel. It's Julito who leads in front of Platt. Nelson's in third, Sayers in fourth. Sayers lagging a little bit. Here we go on the brakes into turn 8 for the first time. Julito runs very wide. Platt falls it. Oh my lord! Oh Nelson, no! Oh no, it's not deja vu, is it? For a few seasons ago. Julito and Platt side by side through turn 10. Oh, for God's sake, why has it gone there? And Julito holds on. Fadley's in third. And Finley is in fourth. Touch is fifth. He's stayed on. He's fifth. He's escaped the mayhem. For the moment, it's between these two. Oh! Oh, Julito goes down. That was a very unexpected crash. Oh, and Fadley's gone down as well. So that now means Finley is into second place. He's just put on the group chat. He had no confidence following that qualifying session. And now he's in second place. And Touch, he is in third, the American Dream. He may now be on an M1 Yamaha, not his beloved Ducati. But it's a good way. It's a good end to the first lap. As Julito's gone down again in the final corner, and Jack is now third. So Jack's gone from being bumped off the track, and now he is in third place. So it's a Berman 2-3. VTR trying to avenge it. Oh, Touch gets a great run through turn 3 up the inside and moves into third place. Touch is he's not taking this line down, that's for sure. And tyres gone down again. Well, it means Sayers on the VR46 bike, and unfortunately it's just not going well for him this season. It hasn't gone well for him this entire game really. As Touch trying to go up the inside of Jack once again, but he can't do so. But can he turn it underneath? The Ducati, that Yamaha can turn a lot better than the Ducati. Can he bait Jack to run wide through this hairpin? Fortunately, no. He runs on the curve. It's a bit risky, and he can't quite get back through. But now down the straight, it's where the Ducati's got the advantage. But now we get to Touch. No, he's had a big bobble on the front, and Food's VTR's gone down as well. It's absolute mayhem right now. And yeah, the only 3 riders to have not crashed so far are the top 3 in this race currently. So Platt leads by 3.1 seconds, and this is he can cruise home at this point. I mean, there's still 12 laps to go in this race, but he just needs to, he can just put on cruise control and he'll win this race. Finley's in second. This is great for his championship. He'll move into second place if he can stay where he is currently. Jack's in third. So we've got Ducati 1, 2, 3, 4. All Ducatis are in. Oh no, Nelson's hit the curb and he's gone down at turn 4. Unbelievable. And now Fadley moves into 4th place. He's done no laps previous to this session and now he's in 4th place. He's got the hard front, medium rear. Well, Mazzano's going to be chaotic and it's definitely proved to be. And there's a three-way scrap going on. Oh my lord, for 7th place between Touch, VTR and Sires. VTR goes off the inside of Touch. Side by side, the Suzuki versus the Yamaha versus the Ducati. Hard on the brakes. Touch looking to go through, but he can't quite find a way through. VTR blocking the path really well there, and Sire's already got a long lap as well. Contact nearly between the. Oh, Sire nearly making contact there. He's going to go up the inside of Touch through turn 10, taking the wider entry line to cut it back and take a lot more corner speed on the exit. Side by. Oh, Halisa's got down again, and Touch now. Where's Halisa? That's going to drop Halisa down to last place, and Finley's gone down. I think Finley's gone down since I didn't even pay attention to that. I was too focused on the other battle. So Finley's now dropped to 3rd place. So it's now a Ducati factory Ducati 1-2. Flat already with an 8-second lead. God, we're going. I think could we get to 20? Maybe could we have a maybe 20-second win or something like that? Ridiculous, possibly. No, 8 seconds and 3 laps. You're looking at, you know, well over 2 seconds a lap. Oh, Alita's having an absolute mare right now. He's crashing all over the shop. Fortunately, the field's starting to spread out, but Sire might be able to do a thing about that if he takes his long lap on this lap and he can bring Touch back into the fight for P7. The circuit's a killer. The Cam Finley, he's got no confidence, but oh, Nelson's down again. He's crashed at turn 12, and just stay on your bike and you will be in the podium. That's what it's proving so far. Through the final corner for these three. Hold on, whoa, with a rear wheel lift there through turn 1 and now turn 2. My internet connection apparently is poor, so if there was a bit of lag there, I do apologise. Through the first sectors, now we change direction into the second sector. Just see the white line there, and now down the straight. Ooh, Sire's run wide. And the gap from Platt to Jack already 10 seconds. He's coming out of Caro and people aren't even in, like, guys are only just going through Cavone. So 5 laps gone, 11 to. Oh, Sire's gone down. Oh man, come on, get a crash counter for this race. Finley starting to close in on Jack, so hopefully these two can start in a battle at some point. As Platt has, his gap has dropped to 8 seconds. So I'm sensing he's made some sort of error somewhere. Yeah, look at the gap, 1.5 seconds between Jack and Finley now. Prima Parat Ducati versus Lenovo Ducati. Oh, Lito's gone down again. I cannot wait to find out how many crashes we've had during this race. Jack said he was going to use a special number for this race, and it sure is. He's running the Pedro Costa 51. I'm pretty sure I know why that is. After Pedro getting Rookie of the Year and not Philip Salach. So yeah, maybe that's why he's running in second place. But I mean, he got second place in the championship anyway last season, but maybe it's giving that extra bit of luck that he needs for today. Through the chicane, and the gap is still 1.5 seconds roundabouts, as Touch now is starting to fall into the clutches of Nelson. Sai's also closing in, but Sai does have his long lap penalty. He never served, so that's an extra 3-second penalty on top of that. So Touch doesn't really have to worry about Sai, because Sai's probably going to crash anyway, unfortunately. But hard on the brakes to turn 8. And look at Sai, he's closing in on the Prima Pramac Ducati. 0.7 of a second now. Oh, Fadley's gone down. Fadley has gone down, and that now puts VTR into 5th place. Where will Fadley rejoin? He remains in 5th place. VTR runs on, straight on. Sayers, there you go, I've called it, I'm a genius. Sayers gone down again. My oh my. So we're past the halfway point now of this race. These guys are just starting their second half of the race as they cross the line. But now we've got a three-way scrap for 5th place. Touch be wanting to be the top Yamaha. You be wanting to beat Fadley. Here comes Nelson. He's closing in. Can he set up a bit? No, into turn 3. Touch gives him a load of space, but Nelson unable to make any sort of move, and he runs wide through turn 4. And that's costing through turn 5. So Touch can just relax a little bit. Hopefully, it's hard now because he really. I know he wanted to focus on Fadley in front. He is going to be worrying about Nelson behind, waiting for when he will attack. All Nelson has to do is wait for a straight and just blast past the Yamaha. His Touch runs wide through turn 8. Is this Nelson's moment? Into Tremonto. Here we go, he's looking at it, but the Yamaha's just got that bit more corner speed. Down the straight, Touch is taking a very more defensive line. No, not into Cavone. I hope there wasn't contact there, but Touch has gone down and his bike goes sliding off into the gravel. That was a very strange crash. That's twice he's crashed like that, but I'm not sure if he got a little bit of assistance from Nelson. The hit marker didn't come up, but you just don't know when it comes to other people's screens. Anyway, Platt's still out in front by now 12 seconds. And Touch, his race has just gone to absolute pot, unfortunately. What was looking to be a possible top 5, it's now 9th. Oh, Platt's now gone down, he's crashed at Tremonto of all places, so he's probably gone into turn 9, hit the brake and folded the front. Very normal crash you see at Mazzano. But he's got such a pace, as long as he doesn't crash. Oh god, Touch has gone down again. He's been black flag. Oh, Platt. Oh my god, Platt's gone off the track. Is he going to crash? He is, he's gone down. Platt's made a huge error, and that now puts Jack Berman into the lead of this race and Finley into 2nd place of this race. So Platt's having an absolute stinker right there. obviously must have lost some feeling with the bike after his crash in response. I'm guessing it must have been a very strange crash for him, because otherwise I can't see why, if it was a normal crash, he would have understood and not taken so much caution there. But he was so cautious, he messed up, and now he's down in third place, and now Sire and Julito are fighting for 7th and 8th positions. Through the Caro hairpin. But my word, Platt has given Finley and Jack an absolute treat. Can these two maximise this? Down the straight, Ducati is the worst situation for any rider. As we saw in today's race, we won't give away anything, but Ducati versus Ducati is just very difficult when it comes to trying to overtake. And Fadley's gone down, and that's going to promote Nelson into 5th place. Unfortunately, Finley's outbraked himself trying to hold off Platt. So now Platt is free. Makes a very nice V-shaped corner. And now he's off. Can he catch? Oh, Sire's down again. Can he catch Jack, who's okay, that's fixed itself. I don't know what that was, to be honest. Oh, and Finley, I think, has made a massive mistake through the fast rights. I think he's just going to switch off now, bring the bike home, pray that the front two have more crashes, because it's not really worth the risk of anything. Oh, hang on, so Lito and Sire have gone down, and with Sire waiting, I assume he's done something there. So Nelson in 5th, that's most likely where he's going to finish unless this crashes. Platt 1.5 seconds behind his teammate. Down the straight now through turn 7, and now into turn 8. Platt, you can see he's gaining all the time. He's gonna have to ride the 3 best laps of his life coming up to hold on to this victory. One thing I'm thinking of, maybe Platt's monitor turned off. That is a possibility. Because if he does have problems with that. Oh, and Julito and Sire had another coming together, and whatever's going on there, I don't know, but it's definitely very aggressive overtaking. Here we go, 3 laps to go. Platt's easily the faster guy, but can Jack fend him off for 3 laps? His first chance to overtake will be turn 4. Hard on the brakes. There we go, he's going up the inside. Can't quite find a way through. But oh, he's going to get the way better exit out of here. Jack's going to have to cover the inside. And he hasn't at all. He's let Platt through the inside, and that's going to be easy overtake for Platt as long as he doesn't run wide. And he has run a little bit wide, but that's a good racing line to have, because now he can defend turn 9, and now it's Platt into the lead. And he should be off and away as long as he doesn't crash again. As we can now watch this crazy battle going on between Julito and Sire for the wooden spoon. Oh god, I thought Sire was going down then. See, so just separated by 0.4 of a second after lots of collisions and crashes together. Does it seem like Julito's just able to stay with Sire for now? Jack's not let Platt get away too far. But you can just tell Platt's just a little bit stronger than him in all areas of this track. Out of the hairpin, coming up to the Cavone. And Julito seems to have gone down again. And is Sire waiting? Sire's not waiting up for him again. It's all for crying out loud. Oh, Nelson's gone down. And that's going to put Fadley up into 5th position. Nelson having a big stinker of a race, and that's going to allow his teammate to move into 2nd place in the championship as it stands. So Platt starts the final lap of this race with a 2.2 second lead. He's just going to make sure he doesn't do anything stupid, and he will win this race and win back-to-back races. Oh god. In the curve there, the bike moving quite a bit. Down the straight, under the bridge he goes. Oh yeah, he's taking look to be taking quite a bit of caution through there, making sure that nothing goes wrong. Now to Cavone, would not blame him just for him to take this nice and careful, or just take it normally. And into the Caro hairpin. And Platt goes around the final corner, and he is going to win his 2nd race in 2 races and extend his championship lead despite his 2 crashes. Jack Berman finishes 2nd, and Finley crosses the line for the 2nd consecutive Ducati 1-2-3. VTR, despite all his crashes and collisions, finishes in 4th. Fadley and Nelson are just going to be able to cross the line, I think, in time for 5th and 6th places. Nelson will be very disappointed with this 6th place, making way too many mistakes. And you got Julito and Sire, who I don't think I have any words for these two. So Eric Platt is your winner in front of Jack in 2nd, Finley in 3rd, VTR 4th, Fadley 5th, Nelson 6th, Sire 7th, and Julito in 8th. So we'll get onto the grid, part for the podium. So we will start with Finley.
Fucking hell. Oh.
So Finley.
Yeah.
In your words, I'm done, I have no more confidence. 14 laps later, you finish 3rd.
One word. Consistency.
Yep. You were the only rider not to crash. Oh no. Did you crash or?
No, I ran off track.
You ran off track. So you're one of only 2 riders not to crash.
Oh well, yeah. Honestly, I honestly after qualifying, I didn't feel well at all. I had no feeling with the bike. I just couldn't manage to put a lap in or anything. But come to the race, I worked my way through the field. Managed to find myself in 3rd. I was catching Jack for a little bit. Then I decided I'll calm down a little bit because I was making a little bit too many mistakes. Obviously, Platt crashed. He got behind me. As soon as he got behind me, I made another mistake when he was behind me. Then I knew I'd say I'm pushing to the limit now. I've got to relax a little bit more. I'm happy with finishing 3rd again, and obviously I feel bad for my teammate Nelson. I know he could have been up here as well, but yeah, GG to Platt and Jack, and happy to be back here for the second time running.
Yeah, congratulations. So next up we have Jack. So you had to, unfortunately, I think you got forced into doing some grass tracking at turn 2, but then that turned out to be quite a good thing actually, because it meant you escaped all the chaos that happened in front of you in that first lap, and you ended up in 3rd place. Then you it looked like you might have been able to snatch a win from Platt there, but unfortunately he was just a little bit too strong despite his 2 crashes. But still, you must be happy with 2nd place.
Oh yeah, coming into this weekend, I wasn't too fast, to be honest. I've done a quick lap on time trial, but in qualifying I didn't really feel strong, so into the race I wasn't expecting a lot. And then I got a decent start. I think most people ran wide on turn 1. I think it was in about P4, and then I think Sile went up the inside and rammed me off track, and I had to go through this escape. I don't know what it was, but I think I was last. My VTL was last, and then I was 7th or whatever. Tried to make my way back up. I probably knew there was going to be crashes, so I was like just trying to stay on the bike. I caught Touch. Touch was putting up a good fight because I made a mistake, I think, through Cavone. So he caught back up and managed to overtake me, but I think he unfortunately crashed. But other than that, I just tried to stay on the bike. I was really careful going through Cavone because when we were practicing, I had about 1 million crashes through there. So I know I didn't have the pace at all, to be honest, to be on the podium, which you've probably seen by my lap time, but just managed to stay on that bike and come in 2nd place with a lucky number 51.
Yeah, how did it feel to run 51 instead of number 12?
Well, I was actually doubting if I should use it. I was going to use it, and then I was like, I wasn't doing well, so I was like, yeah, I'm not going to use it, but I stuck with it, and I mean, P2 ain't bad, so yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so congratulations.
Thank you.
So we now move to our winner. Platt, it was pretty easy. You got the whole shot. Well, you had to fight for the whole shot, and then once you got into the lead, you cleared off for about. You got to a 10-second gap. You dropped to 8 seconds. So I'm guessing you made a mistake in the first sector somewhere, or your monitor turned off, and then you had the very strange part of the race in lap 9 where you crashed at Tremonto. You crashed after Cavone, and it seemed things weren't going your way, but lucky for yourself, you had so much pace advantage over everyone else. You were able to pass Finley and Jack and still win the race. So how did it go?
Well, I mean, I was feeling good actually. Like with my little practice coming up to this race, I was feeling quite good at the start. And then as soon as my monitor turned off, I think it was like 5 or 6 in the first sector, I just got distracted and it kind of knocked me off a little bit. I got into a bit of a rhythm again, and then I don't even know what happened. I braked like I usually did into turn 10, turn 9, and the front just went. No warning, it just went straight away. So I was kind of, reserved after that, and then I made a silly mistake at Cavone. I turned in too early because I was going slower than usual, and ran off. But after that, I had to obviously remount, try and catch back up to Finley and Jack. Finley made a mistake in front of me. It allowed me through without any fight really, which is actually quite helpful because it meant that I could focus on Jack straight away. As soon as I got behind Jack, I could see that I had pace advantages in certain corners, and the exit of turn 6 specifically is where I was gaining a lot on everyone every lap, so I used that to my advantage, set it up quite well, and just made a move into turn 8, and after that I just stayed calm and pulled out a lead again so I could confirm the race win.
Yeah, congratulations on your victory.
Thank you.
So that has been it for round number 2 of Division 1 and Season 8. I honestly can't remember where we'll be for the next race, but yeah, we'll see you there. Goodbye.